I wanna fly like a Tesla to the moon. Fly my Tesla in futures. YouTube. YouTube. What it do? It's your boy Little Petty checking in with you guys with another stock market episode. Alright, you guys, in today's episode we got a lot to talk about, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about the stock market. As you guys all know, what we like to do in my YouTube channel, so sit back, stay tuned, make sure you subscribe if you're new, and let's go through what we're going to talk about today in the stock market. So first off, we're going to talk about the S&P 500. I want to talk about this because, as you guys all know, most of my subscribers that follow me, they know I took that short trade and we ended up losing out on that trade. So the S&P is still bullish. It's holding this uptrend, and the stock market right now. So let's go ahead and break this down real quick. So right here we have a breakdown candle that's coming up. We finally are about to fill the gap. So what happened was we got above the gap today. We opened above the gap and we basically came down and tested the gap, and now we are basically bouncing back up to the upside to come fill this gap up here at 318. So let's go ahead and zoom in on the 1 hour chart, and you guys can see. So we gapped up above this resistance that was a resistance last week, and we basically chopped around here. So the stock market looks like it's going to be going higher, and that is what we are looking at now. But also in today's episode, we're going to talk about how I made $1,000. Let me not forget about that, because that's probably what you guys seen in the ticker. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the plays that we got set up. We'll talk about the small account right here, and we're also going to talk about the options trading selling premium account. But in today, we did take a day trade. We took a day trade on IWM. So we're going to swing trade this. We bought some calls. These were actually down for majority of the day. The IWM was weak. They closed at the they closed pretty high. So we're going to be holding on to this trade. And that was basically our day trade. We also closed out over here in the Tastyworks account. If you guys watched my last video, we made those Nile calls. So the Nile calls that we traded, those ones blew up. We ended up locking in those gains. So we took a $800 profit on that. If you guys don't remember, go back and watch my last video that I streamed, and I talked about the Nile play. Now, but overall today in the stock market, if you guys can see, everything was green. Dow Jones, everything was bullish. There was the big tech stocks. They had a good day. Apple, Amazon, they were up 5%. So stocks are going higher. We have earnings coming up, so we're anticipating the earnings right now, and there should be a run up into earnings. Now, let's cut to the chase, and let's talk about Tesla stock. Let's go ahead and jump into the Tesla stock, because you guys all know we have been selling the put credit spreads on Tesla, and we have been killing it on that. So the trade that we set up over the weekend, let's talk about that. I seen this bull flag setting up, so I basically said we're going to sell the 1200s. What happened today, stock gapped up, and it had a gap and go. And now, if you guys can see, the stock is still running up, and after hours it closed at 371, and now it's making its way up towards 1400. So the main thing that we're wondering is this: how long is Tesla stock going to keep going up? We're still going to play the trend. So as you guys can see, the trend is still going up, and the contracts have gone crazy. So if you would have bought these contracts, the 1300 calls over the weekend, you would have spent $1,000, and now they're worth about $10,000. So that's the beauty in trading options. We take it a little bit safer route. We sell credit spreads, so we basically say where the stock is not going to go. Now let's go ahead and jump into some of our trades that we're currently in right now. So let me break this down. Shout out to my boy, my buddy. He's my close friend. He's been very bullish on Tesla stock. He's been trying to take these crazy trades, and basically they would have worked. So you could have turned, $50 into, a couple $1,000s. Me on the other side, I'm not really trying to take those trades, but he was over here today. We set up a trade. I would get into that. We set up some crazy Tesla trades coming into this week, and next week. So if Tesla goes crazy, just know there's going to be a pretty big it's a pretty big gamble play, but we'll talk about those. So, but first of all, let's talk about the strategy, and let's stay on that for a second. So today, let me show you. Let's go ahead and go right here. Tesla. Yes, 7 days. Okay, so over the weekend we sold the Tesla, the 1200, the 1190s. And shout out to anybody that follows my Twitter. For all the new people, make sure you guys go follow my Twitter. Links in the description. I'm posting my plays, so we can come over here and basically show you what we did today. We posted our credit spread plays that these are the trades that I actually believe in. I'm not going to post any gamble trades on here, so these are the good trades that I believe in. Now, the trade over the weekend, I'll have to call my guy back. Now, the trade over the weekend was we sold the 1200s and 1190s for a credit of $458. So the weekend premium crushed. So the max gain was $450, and today we ended up closing that out because, like I said in my video, if the stock gaps up, then I'm going to sell out of those contracts, and then I'm gonna see what happens with the price action. So today I closed those out for a profit of $350. I left $150 on the table, so we closed that out. And then I ended up jumping into the 1275s and 1270s. Now, when I was trying to execute this trade, I was trying to get in as the stock started ripping up. And this was the story of today with Tesla. So when I seen it kind of bouncing off of this, I said, okay, and it started flagging. This is when I tried to execute. So let me show you the execution. So we got filled today at 655 on Tesla. So at 655, let me go to the 5-minute candles. So at 655, we were trying to get filled in this candle right here as it was going up. So I had to kind of chase the stock. So I went from the 60s to the 75s. So I got my fill, but as you guys can see, this one clearly ran up. So as long as Tesla doesn't come down to 1270 by Friday, I'll be able to collect this $424. So that's the play that I set up on Tesla today. Now, when my buddy came over, he wanted to do some crazy YOLO plays on Tesla. So we did some YOLO plays set up for him in my account, though. Now let's go ahead and talk about these plays, because these plays are pretty wild. So he went ahead and said we're gonna sell the 1400s, and he sold these at 1222, and he got a credit of $750. And then he went to next week and sold the 1500s. So he's very, very bullish on Tesla. And the way this works is when you sell in the money, you're saying that the stock's going to come down. The stock is going to go up. So when you're selling the puts in the money, you want the stock to blow past the strikes that you sold. So he sold these and got a credit of $845, and the risk is $150. So he sold 2 of them. So the max gain on this is $1,600, and his risk was like about $350. So he put on that trade, and then he wanted to do the 1400s for this week, which look like they're gonna hit, because Tesla, this is crazy, dude. It's sickening watching the stock rip up today. So Tesla has just literally, it bounced off VWAP today twice, perfect entries to get in, and look, it just broke 1400. So the way it's looking like he's going to be able to walk away on this trade right here, these 1400s, he'll be able to walk away as long as Tesla stock stays bullish. These contracts are going to come down in the morning. They might even be worth $400. So there'll be about a $300-$400 profit already, just because these contracts will already be out of the money. And the theta on Tesla is there. Look at this. This is ridiculous. 400. So when you go, and I'm going to show you, this is a quick example. So let's look at Twilio thetas. You'll see the difference. 32. So the premium's not going to get killed as much as a Tesla contract. So that's why I love selling the Tesla contracts, because Tesla, they have the theta, the theta burns out very fast on these contracts. So that's the play on Tesla that my buddy set up, and I have my play set up too. So today we closed out the profit on NIO. We closed out these contracts, all of them, for a profit of 827. So that was a great swing trade. So let's go ahead and look at NIO stock. Show you guys NIO real quick. So NIO stock, we sold out in this candle. We'll go to the fills on NIO. So as NIO stock was ripping up, we sold out at today. We sold out at 6:35 and 6:42 and 9 and 10 o'clock. So 6:30 to 6:40. We started taking profit. Boom, boom. Got out at the top of the candle, 6:40, and then we held. I wanted to hold some of my profits, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna cut it because I'm okay with taking that $800 profit. And then I ended up rolling one of those contracts into this small account. So we have 2 calls over here on NIO in the day trade account, cash account. So that was the play on NIO. We set these up. I talked about it in my other video. So go back and watch that. But we set those up. Yes, we shout out to my boy because shout out to my boy, man. My boy Darth. He called out this NIO play. So, and he's in my Discord chat. So he got the fire trades. We got to make sure we give a shout out to my boy Darth Trades right there. And we got our own little channel just for him. Cause my man, he over here making it's crazy. So shout out to my boy over there in the Discord chat. And he ended up buying some NIO calls at the end of the day. He called out this Boeing play today. He said that they said buy that 185 calls around this time. Let's go ahead and jump in there real quick. What time was that at? Boom. All right. So this was around. I'm gonna find it because I want you guys to see this. So it was around 8:45, anywhere from 8:40, 8 o'clock. So we're actively trading in the day. We're posting what we're looking at. Boom. All right, so right here, buying shares at 8:30. Might play the 185 Boeing calls. So right here, 8:30, we're talking about buying Boeing calls. So if you would have bought the 185 calls, let's go ahead and jump into that. Yeah, my chat is fire, dude. So if you want to join the Discord chat, let me know in the Discord and we will think about it. We might start charging very soon. So these were at $3. They went all the way up to $9. So that was a 300% profit right there on a day trade. So shout out to my boy. I wanted to make some time for that. We are out here making killer trades. So now let's go ahead and jump back into the small account. Let's talk about the small account. So the small account, we have doubled the small account already. I have pulled profit. I have pulled my initial investment out. And now it's all about slowly growing the money and just continue doing the strategy that I've implemented. So right now, I don't have as much buying power because my boy is using some of my buying power into these Tesla YOLO trades. But I'm a win too if these hit. So it's a win-win for me and it's a win-win for him. So shout out to him. And the other trades that we are in right now, let's talk about the trades that we're down on. So we're down on Spotify and we're down on ZM. We're going to go over these trades right now. And I don't want to hold you guys for too much longer. So ZM broke out this morning and it pulled back. So the contracts that I'm holding, I bought 2 of these today and I executed them when the stock was trading at, when it came down and hit this pivot right here and it started going up. That's when I said, okay, this is where I said I take my trades if it hits my levels. And I only put on trades that I'm willing to lose. So I only put on a small risk. And I put on a $200 credit. So my max, and I posted it into my Twitter. So today, ZM. So my risk is 300 and my max gain is 200. So I sold 2 of these, and then we sold 2 Twilio contracts. My risk is 320, max is 180. Sold 2 contracts. So as of right now, we're playing with house money, so that's why I'm comfortable with still losing a little bit of my money. But at the end of the day, I still have $2,000 in buying power. It doesn't show right now, but my boy, he sent me the money, and as we speak right now, look at Tesla stock. Tesla stock just wants to go higher. So anybody trying to short Tesla stock, you need to wait for a reversal, some type of reversal to show up. So just be patient. I'm not chasing the stock. I'm just riding the wave. Every time it gaps up, I sell credit spreads below. Gaps up, I sell right here. So if it gaps up tomorrow, I'll probably close out my trade and set up another trade. So that's the way it works. So that's the way it works, my friends. So this video is about 15 minutes. Oh, let's look at Spotify before we get out of here. So Spotify, same thing. It collapsed with the market a little bit. So this one was like trading with the IWM today, but we're still holding this play from over the weekend. So this one's down right now, $78, and they're both in the money, the 270s and the 265s. And this, I remember this one faked me out last week. So we come back, look at the daily chart or the hourly chart, and as you can see, as long as we hold this level right here, we should be decent. But if not, then this might just be a losing trade. So, and I'm willing to lose all of these trades that I have set up. I'm willing to lose all of it because I know at the end of the day, I still have $2,000 of buying power, and I have enough money to bounce back from $1,000 or $1,200 loss. Profit on the year is up almost 5K in 2 months. So go back into my YouTube channel. Come to my YouTube channel and start right here. Small account 2 months ago. Little Petty Trades Options Business Plan. How I'm going to make money in the stock market. Selling credit spreads for $200 weekly income. Watch these videos and you will see my profits from trading in the stock market. So that's it for this video, YouTube. I thank all you guys for tuning in, subscribing, and Little Petty is